Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be trying the new Cricut Infusible Ink products from Cricut. I have taken a little bit of time to experiment with it and see what I thought about it. Unfortunately, I didn't receive one of those magical boxes that had all of the different supplies in it that Cricut sent out. So I went ahead and purchased my own products so that way I could give a fair and honest review of the products and all the things that you can do with it. Right now, Michaels is the exclusive retailer for the Infusible products. Cricut.com isn't even selling them yet. That may change in the future later this year, but for the moment, you can only get them at Michaels. Currently, Michaels is the only place that you can get the blanks, and I'll talk a little bit more about what blanks are in this video. Again, this video is not sponsored by Cricut. I did not receive any compensation for this video. They don't even know that I'm making this video. It is all my true and honest opinion. A few weeks ago, Cricut was talking up a brand new product that they were going to be debuting, and everyone was very excited about what this product could be. Most people were hoping it wasn't a new machine because we all cannot afford a new machine, and they came out with this Infusible Ink product. Now, Cricut is touting that this is the first of its kind product and that it's a new product on the market. I'm holding them a little bit accountable for that. There has been Infusible Ink products out there on the market, including inks for printers and markers. So I'm a little dubious about that claim and would have to research that a little bit more. But I think they have made it most accessible and most usable. I would agree with that. Really? You're gonna eat while I'm trying to record a video? So even though I don't think Cricut came up with this process or these products per se, I think they have definitely made it the easiest way to use these products and definitely a great way to package these products. So let's go ahead and step through the process, or in this case, stumble my way through this process of using the Infusible Ink transfer sheets, and we'll see if it's a product that I can recommend. Okay, these were the products that I bought. I bought the Cricut Infusible Ink transfer sheets, the Cricut Infusible Ink markers, and then a t-shirt blank. Cricut is calling any product that you use the infusible inks on as blanks. So these are t-shirt blanks, there's onesie blanks, there's female shirt blanks, there are coaster blanks and tote bag blanks. So all of those are included. These aren't all included, but you can purchase those currently at Michaels. So these are the ones that I decided to buy. The transfer sheets were $12.99, the t-shirt was $9.99, and the pins were $14.99. So quite more expensive than I would have liked to have seen, but you know, it is a process that the product probably does cost more to deal with. So I'm not 100% convinced on the price point for these products, but you know, maybe once I get into it, I'll see how great they are and how great they work, right? The one thing about the shirts, I don't know if it says, yeah, so here on the t-shirt it says it's 95% polyester and then 5% spandex. So anytime you're doing any of the Cricut Infusible products, remember that your base, your blank, your whatever you want to call it, has to be polyester, or at least a majority polyester. The less polyester you have, the less vibrant the colors are going to be. And if you try it on cotton, from what I've seen across the internet, it does not work as well. It does work, but it does not give you the vibrant colors that you're supposed to get here on the box. So something to keep in mind. All right, let's go ahead and put the t-shirt and the markers off to the side for now. And I want to open up the box because I don't know what all is in this box. I don't even know if it's... I've heard that there's a piece of butcher paper in here. Because I don't have any butcher paper, so I'm hoping that there is butcher paper in here, because otherwise I may not be able to do this project today. Remember also, keep this product out, keep it dry, and keep it out of direct sunlight. In fact, I would probably store it right back in this tube whenever I'm done. I hear something inside, so I'm really hoping that's the butcher paper. Let's see here. And it is completely sealed. So this product, whenever you get it, will be completely sealed, and you will have to cut it open in order to get into it. That's to help prevent the moisture from getting in. I'm 99% sure. No, not an expert on this product by any means, but I'm pretty sure that's why that is there. You may even want to get like some of those big Ziploc bags to be able to do it. Oh, good. Yes, I was hearing, and I'm hearing correctly, that there is butcher paper inside. Before you begin, carefully follow instructions at infusibleinc.com. We'll go to that website in a little bit. They also have included a little tester sheet for you to use, so that way you can apply. And then I wouldn't throw away this. This is your packet that helps remove moisture. I would not throw this away. I would keep a hold on to this so that way you can put it back into the bag whenever you put this all away again. So anyways, just my tips. This is not sanctioned from Cricut, so just from my own personal knowledge, I would not throw that away. All right, so we got our butcher paper. That's a great thing. And as you can see here, oh God, these sheets are very stiff. I have the rainbow paper here, and then there's also the kind of blue, almost looks like water kind of pattern underneath. I'm going to be using the rainbow one today. Woo, goodness gracious. I'm going to be using the rainbow one today, so that's the one I'm going to go ahead and get started with. And let me get all set up for that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have gotten my image set up on my canvas here. We're gonna go ahead and cut this out. I'm gonna use the rainbow color transfer paper, ink fusible paper, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna do that on here, so let's go ahead and make this. This is an 8x8 image, so I'm gonna go ahead and click replace. And now I can put this anywhere on my mat, but to save as much of the ink fusible transfer sheet as possible, I'm just going to keep it up in the corner so that way it is easy to cut out and saves as much as possible for the rest of it. I'm going to click continue. And once it gets loaded up, we'll go ahead and load up our material. Let's see if they've put it on the popular yet. No, I don't see it on the popular, so let's pull it up under all materials, ink, fusible transfer sheet, pops right up. And make sure, oh, good thing it reminded me, I gotta remember to mirror this image so that way it, you don't have to worry about it going onto your blank incorrectly. So that is all ready to go. Let's go ahead and load up the mat and then load up the machine. For this project, Cricut does recommend using green mats. My green mat is not all that sticky. I haven't used a green mat in forever. But anyways, they say to use the green mat, so I'm using that. And the ink goes up towards you, not down away from you. So make sure that whenever you're putting it on, pretty side goes towards you. At least I think that's the way it's supposed to, because it cuts into the transfer sheet. And you're really not supposed to touch the material all that much, but in order to get this one to stick, it's not like wanting to stay down all the way, so I'm having to kind of hold it down. Anyways, I've mirrored the image, and I haven't quite decided. I may decide to turn this image a little cattywampus, so that way I get like a diagonal with it, but we'll see. Alright, my cut is done, and it does suggest, Cricut does suggest whenever you're pulling this off the mat, make sure to pull the mat away from the image or your transfer sheets. Do not pull the sheets away from the mat, otherwise you might end up damaging the image that you've done. So, alright, I've gotten my image done. Now what I'm going to do is I have my iPad right here so that way I can see the source material that this came from, and now I'm going to start weeding the image, making sure to remove the parts that I want to remove and keeping the parts that I want to keep in. I am going to trim this down so that way I don't waste as much material on it. So I'm just going to take all this off. There we go. Alright, so I can save that for later for another project, and now I can, they say that like you're supposed to crack the sheets and bend it around so that way the little bits come out of it. and they say that you don't need a weeding tool for this, that you should be able to do this without it. We'll see how well that works. But anyways, I'm gonna spend the next few minutes starting to peel the pieces that I don't need away. Okay, now that I finally got that weeded, some lessons to learn. I would highly suggest that you bring up your source material or the picture that you're using or something. There were a couple of points when I wondered, wait, did I just pull out the right part? Is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah, I totally, there were some spots that I was like, ooh, wait, did I pull the right part out? Another thing is, I would definitely avoid any delicate details. Any image that has a lot of delicate details or a lot of specifically very small details. It was very hard to get the innards of like the A's and the P's and some of the other letters and the O's. Got to watch out for those innard pieces because they are not easy to take out at all. So not an easy process, and definitely a learning process for this. It does create a lot of mess too, and unfortunately you probably could reuse that, but with this image at least, there are a lot of small pieces that I would not want to reuse again because you would never be able to find them. So all in all, that was a very difficult process, but definitely not one that is not impossible. Just keep in mind whenever you're picking designs, do something maybe not so delicate or small. I'm glad I made this. I would never do this in coaster size, or if I did do this in coaster size, I would not put the words on it. I would leave those out because it was not fun trying to get those little, especially down here, these A's, the little dot inside the A was nearly impossible to get out without pulling the letter off. So just keep that in mind, and you know, it's a thing. It is a thing. So anyways, okay, I've gotten this done. Let's go ahead and set up the easy press and get everything ready to press. Well, I wasn't recording there. That's okay. I just opened up my Cricut t-shirt blank, specifically made for the fusible ink. My Cricut Easy Press is currently heating up. I'm using the largest Cricut Easy Press 2, which is 10 by 12. My image is only 8 by 8, so I could have used my 9 by 9 in order to make that work. But it's the original one, and I wanted to use the Cricut Easy Press 2, so that way I make sure I get a great transfer without any problems. You can use the original Easy Press for this. However, Cricut kind of really wants you to use the Cricut Easy Press 2. So anyways, so what I'm gonna do, this is a large shirt, and this seems even larger than what it should be. I feel like I could probably fit like 5 of these on me. It is rather large, it looks like, but that's okay. This was just a test anyways to see and use the use this process and all of that. So anyways, it does feel really soft. I like how these shirts feel. They are polyester, so oops, my cord stuck to that. Anyways, these are polyester, so they are going to be very, very soft, and I like that. So anyways, got to use the lint roller to make sure that you don't have any wow, this is just turning into a fail review right now. Anyways, I'm gonna use my lint roller to lint roll off all of the leftover materials on this shirt. Cricut suggests using the lint roller. No, they don't suggest it. They basically tell you to use a lint roller to get off any excess fuzzies that could impact the final design image and cause your image to not be as complete as you want it to. I obviously need a much bigger craft desk because this is just not enough for the largest Easy Press mat and the largest Easy Press to all fit onto my desk. Whenever you're doing this also, guys, don't forget, do not lift and then put down and lift and put down your Easy Press. It's basically a one-shot kind of deal where you're gonna put it down once and you're gonna let it rest. If your image is not big enough, or if your Easy Press is not big enough for your image, you will probably end up having some issues whenever you get your final image. It will not be a completed image. There may be parts that are missing. There's a whole bunch of problems that can happen. I don't know if I'm explaining this well enough, but you, I think, get the gist of what's going on. So anyways, all right. So I just lint rolled all of that. Now what I'm gonna do is try to place my shirt as nicely as possible onto my mat, getting it as straight as possible, which for me is a challenge, and I'm pretty sure many of you out there have the same challenge as I do. Okay, so anyways, that feels pretty good. I have the instructions pulled up on my phone, and I have set it to the Easy Press 2. I have the Infusible Ink transfer sheet. It tells me to heat up my Easy Press to 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 seconds. And it tells me what supplies I need. Preparation: preheat Easy Press to 385. Place t-shirt on clean mat. Insert a piece of cardstock inside t-shirt to prevent bleed through. Let me do that. I gotta find some extra paper. Okay, I've put my piece of paper. This is just a regular piece of cardstock. Underneath, it's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Probably should use a 12 by 12, but this is what I have on hand to use. Okay, so I've inserted my cardstock. I've done my lint rolling already. Already got this area all ready to go. Just like that. Just doesn't hurt to do it one more time, right? So we've gotten that done. Cover t-shirt with butcher paper and larger than your heat plate. So whenever you're doing your butcher paper, make sure that that butcher paper is larger than your heat plate, which it is. Is there more than one piece of butcher paper? Oh, look at that. There's more than one. Perfect. Preheat t-shirt for 15 seconds. And then remove butcher paper from top of shirt. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my butcher paper is currently down. I'm gonna take my Easy Press and set it on and heat it for 15 seconds. And then you remove the butcher paper from the t-shirt, and then you have to let it cool completely, because if you put it down right now, the ink will already start transferring and you might get a double or triple or however many images on it. So I'm gonna let this cool completely, and as soon as it cools, I'll be back. Okay, my shirt has cooled completely. I actually went out and got the mail and did a whole bunch of other things while I waited for my shirt to cool. So now I can go ahead and continue on with the application process. I'm going to place the design face down, liner side up. So that means where it says like Infusible Ink, that will go towards me. And I'm gonna cover it with clean butcher paper, larger than the heat plate. Press with light pressure for at 385 for 40 seconds. Slowly lift press, slowly remove butcher paper, and I'm gonna let it cool completely before slowly removing the liner from my shirt. Okay, so look, that was a lot of information to take in all at once. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this down, and I like to do my designs about 3 fingers width down from the collar. That's usually how I kind of place them, because when I look in the mirror, usually about 3 fingers is about the right width away from the top. And I just noticed that there's a little piece right here. Okay, I've gotten my transfer put down. It is all the way on the piece of paper. It may not be straight and perfect on there, but that's okay. So now it is time to lay the butcher paper down. And then I'm gonna take my easy press, place it on top, and light pressure for 40 seconds. Okay, my press is just finished. So now I'm gonna gently pull my press straight up, put it back on its stand, and gently remove the butcher paper. And now I'm gonna let this cool completely before I remove it. Okay, it's been an agonizing few minutes while I've waited for this to cool down. I think it's cool enough that I can start peeling it off. Oh, wow. Wow! They really mean that these colors brighten up a lot whenever they come off the transfer sheet. Really super bright. We had a little problem with one sticking on there still, but I think that came out great. Throw that in the trash. Yeah, looks great. Really love the colors. Very vibrant. I know that people across the internet have been like, oh wow, it looks amazing, but really it does. It looks absolutely stunning whenever it comes off. Really happy with that. My only hope, my only fear is that I've put it on Cricut, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thankfully the image is kind of a little, I think I did put it on Cricut now that I'm looking at it. Darn. Oh well. Anyways, it's a little crooked, but who cares? So anyways, yeah, so this looks really great. So for the final review of this product, I think that it's a very cool product and something that I could definitely see myself using a lot more in the future, especially for things that are very heavily used, like a tote bag or something like that. Some place that you may not want to put iron-on vinyl for maybe even like a onesie. I know that they have the onesies out there. I feel like that would be a great use for it because then you don't have to worry about that vinyl coming off in the wash or repeated uses and stuff like that. This is actually embedded into the fabric. So that makes it really durable, it seems like. We'll have to wait and see as it goes through the washing machine, but I suspect that this is probably going to last a long time, so I'm excited about that. It is a little crooked, and I probably should have moved it up just a hair. Most of the time your designs on your shirt, you know, like I say, I usually do about 3 fingers width from the end of the collar to the beginning of the pattern, so I probably should have put this one up a little bit. Make sure that you think about this kind of stuff because some ladies are more well endowed, and so because of that you could put an object in a very awkward place. So think about that whenever you're working with this. That goes for just regular iron-on vinyl as well. Make sure you pay attention to that because you could end up being in a really awkward position at some point. I did also put it a little off kilter by accident. No matter what I do, I never seem to get an iron-on transfer exactly perfect the way I want it. It always comes out just a little off kilter in one direction or another, but that's what you get for handmade, right? It's a handmade product and you should be proud of it anyways. I do wish this product was a little cheaper. I feel that the price may just be, like, it's only a touch higher than what I feel like it should be, but I would still like to see that price come down just a little bit to make it more economical. Overall though, I say go ahead and get this product and give it a go and see what you think about it. It is a fun experiment and I can't wait to try out those infusible pens as well. I definitely think that they could be a great advantage in many cases. I also can't wait to see what all everybody does with this product. It's such a unique product and I think it could be really awesome in the future as people really get a hold of it and get some really fun designs out there. I think that's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked reviews, and hopefully we'll get some more going here on the channel in the future. Also, click that bell notification icon next to the subscribe button to make sure that you get notifications, and make sure that your notifications are turned on your device, because if you turn them on down below using the bell but your device doesn't have them on, you won't receive them. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on social media. You can check me out over on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all sorts of different places. You can find all those links down in the description below. Make sure to hit those up and get social with me. I hope everybody has a great day. Remember guys, normal's just the setting on the dryer. Bye!